everything, and everything's out clipped, and it didn't get taken down. It's all the same content.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Whatever. All right. So remember, we're not live, and if you make a mistake, you can start over
Okay.
because
Oh,
everything can get edited.
this
I mean, we
is
are
pre.
live,
This
but
is
no one's
pre.
gonna watch it.
Oh, okay. Okay. I got you.
I'm gonna edit it to try to get it all out because this is all like happening now and stuff. Okay. So this is from KRTV News. Hold up, way too slow. I hate that when I do it when I'm editing. Hold on. All right, so Senator Tim, I don't know how to pronounce his name. They're gonna say it in the video. This came out from KRTV News about an hour ago, but it happened a few hours ago in Washington, D.C. Let's watch this and then let's get your opinions.
Controversy erupting at the U.S. Capitol today. Now, some viewers may find this following video disturbing, as a man dressed in a Marine voiced his concerns over the war at a Senate Armed Services Committee hearing, saying no one wants to fight for Israel. Capitol Police attempted to remove him from the room. U.S. Senator Tim Sheehy stepped in to help. He says he was trying to de-escalate the situation when the Marine had his arm broken as it got stuck in the door. A CBS News correspondent identified the protester as Brian McGinnis. McGinnis is a Green Party candidate running for Senate in North Carolina. On his campaign page, he states he's running to represent the people, not to do the bidding of donors. Tim Sheehy took to X to comment on the incident. He wrote, quote, Capitol Police were attempting to remove an unhinged protester from the Armed Services hearing. He was fighting back. I decided to help out and de-escalate the situation.
That's how you de-escalate?
So wait,
I don't think that's how you de-escalate.
I gave you the official news, right? And you might have wondered, hey, there's no sound. I'm going to show you why.
Out. No one wants to fight for Israel.
His hand. Oh, his hand.
Did you hear it?
Yeah. Sir. Is he in pain?
Well, he's a Marine, so
yeah, he a G.
Feel pain. but I would assume so, bro. Look, I'm gonna play it one more again because
out. No one wants to fight for Israel.
His hand. Oh, his hand.
and someone's gonna start screaming something that I think is hilarious.
Sir.
Let go of your hand.
But where? I just want to see where's the other door.
You heard? Somebody said the senator broke his hand. This is it's not funny, but what? Look.
The senator broke his hand. A sitting U.S. senator just broke the hand of a Marine.
A sitting? Yo, shout out to people who in the moment can like say that.
It sound like a WWE announcer. Michael, his arm is broken. The senator broke his arm. Sorry. That's what it sounds like.
It's crazy because that's not just like a regular Marine, like they said. That is someone who's also running for office. And my son was just like, you know what? I don't care what you running for. I'm gonna break your hand. Like he became a bouncer. Like it's like he had Temptations nightclub and somebody not leave it. You know, I don't know. You ever been to a spot and the bouncer is like overly aggressive?
No, I haven't, but I've seen I haven't been, but I've seen stuff on TV, I guess, but I haven't seen and not in real life. But I do agree that this aggression was definitely on a crazy front.
I want to show you here. This is Brian McGinnis. This is him 11 hours ago, before the incident.
I also
Sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Trying to speak out against the Senate and ask them why they're going to send our men and women to harm's way when our elected officials said that there would be no war. Anybody who feels disillusioned and betrayed by our government, you're not alone. Join us in demanding accountability for this betrayal.
It seemed like he had good intentions. Like, why did we break his hand? What?
Yeah, I mean, this just coincides with the many contradictions of the Republican Party, the conservative people. Here it is. Here's a guy, Marine. This is probably the epitome of someone that on the right would love, because they defend this country. They go out and they fight the war, fight all our wars, and we come back and we show them love and grace. We want to care for our veterans and different things of that nature. And here he is using his First Amendment right to speak out against something that he doesn't believe in. And in retrospect, he gets a broken hand. And I bet you the conservatives are running wild and saying, "Look at this poor bum. Well, he should have complied with everybody else," and use the same old rhetoric to kind of explain away the elephant in the room, which is this guy is using his First Amendment right to speak out against these things, and here we are getting caught up in semantics, and to a point where this man's hand is broken. It's crazy. It's wild.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about the senator. I just know he's Republican. I know that that shouldn't have been a surprise.
That's what I said. I was like, I already know what it is.
I know he's the youngest senator.
Right. So you already. I don't. This is the first time I'm hearing about this all day, and I already knew that the senator was. That's why I said that's the problem with the people with the Republican Party, because 9 times out of 10, this is a Republican doing it.
Yeah.
These guys are lawless.
He's a United States senator from Montana. So
Montana, already.
Bruh, this is so layered, right? For me, that it's like, on the one hand, MAGA and the Republicans are supposed to be America first, but like you said, it don't matter if he's like a Marine enough. So like, bro, what are we doing here? Like, what? Oh man, I feel like this is like a better representation. I don't know. Shout out to the senator, and hopefully, he's not that hurt. I heard it snap. It sounds like it hurt. But hopefully he heals and he can go on to have a good political career. But like, I feel like this is like if this was a movie, a director would put this in here like as a metaphor for like how everything's happening out in Iran right now. Like they don't care. You know what I mean? Like they don't care on the mass and they don't care on the micro level. Like it's crazy. And I be trying, bro, not to be like super biased and just give fair news, but like you just like correctly guessed the man's party without it even being.
Yeah, you didn't have to tell me what it was. I already knew it was some crazy Republican senator or something like that.
And am I tripping? Is this the first time? I try to remember. Mind you, this all happened today. I didn't really have a time to do Googles. Have you ever heard of a senator like just putting hands on protesters before?
And no. And I just want to say this. He said that he decided to de-escalate. By definition, that's not de-escalate. Like what he did is not de-escalation.
No.
Like this one I'm saying, like, yo, they are bold-faced lying, yo.
And
they're
lawless.
They're
lawless.
I mean, yo, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not the type of person that like I do side with a lot of leftist views, a lot of liberal views, but I don't find myself to be a liberal. I find myself not really assigning to any of these things. The situation at hand here is that I like the people that's up on the screen all the time. Whether what are your news outlets, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's wherever it is. Like, we're not gonna talk about this whole oh, the media leans all the way left all the time, this and that. I don't believe any of that stuff. Front row and center is y'all right wing people, and y'all do some crazy stuff. Then we turn back around. Then we turn back around and here you say, "Oh, I'm just de-escalating. Oh, I'm just like we didn't try to shoot her while she was driving away. Oh yeah, this guy Alex Petty, like we took the gun from him and we still felt like it was sufficient enough to put 6 bullets into him.
Bro,
Yeah,
you know what's
yeah,
crazy,
yeah. This
bro?
is all good. Like all these bold-faced lies, and they're just able to say whatever they want, and just things just go their way no matter what the situation is,
Because
bro.
he's not going to face no accountability for this at all.
I know he won't. I know he won't. Because now we're gonna change the definition of de-escalation because that's the power
Bro,
that these people have now. We can change
it,
the definition of what that
wild
is.
is as a country, right? We were already a bulk of us, obviously not a lot. I mean, not all, definitely a lot. I think the majority already have like a little bit of an issue with like police immunity. You know what I mean? But you're not even police. Like, there's a Capitol Hill police. You a senator. You should have no immunity from any of this. Like, if they were removing him and his hand broke, I would still be upset about it. But at least there's like a precedence for police immunity. You know what I mean?
Right.
Bro, do you know what happened to me if police is making an arrest? And I was like, I'm gonna go de-escalate that. And I go over there and I break my son's ankle in the arrest.
Yeah.
I get arrested too.
Yeah. 100%.
Not police. Like, what are we? Oh man, bro, what are we doing out here? What are we talking about?
That was that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what that was. But it definitely was. I definitely could tell you that it was incorrect. Like that was wrong. He should have been arrested for that, but he won't.
I can tell you right
He's
now.
above the law.
I can tell you right now in the comments they're defending him.
So what are they saying? Like by definition, that's not de-escalation, bro.
I saw this one right here is different. I think it's more leftist, and I just seen this. I think that's important to point out. I haven't seen that he receives 600. He received $600,000 from APAC. And for those of you who don't know what APAC is, it is the American Israel Public Affairs Committee. So he said we don't want to fight for Israel. My boy who got over $500,000 from the American Israel PAC is like, let me go de-escalate that real quick, and broke his arm. I'm sure it's all coincidence.
For real. Yeah, all coincidence indeed. Whatever. It's whatever.
Bro. I'm gonna move on unless you want to finish this up.
Nah, we can move on.
Okay, so did you see what happened in? Let's do that one again.
In Texas?
I hate when I sing. Have you seen what happened in Texas? First, we could talk about the voter suppression that's happening in Texas. Did you see it though?
No, this is my first time.
All right, so in Texas, they didn't ban voting. They did something that was more like on a slick tip. I could be wrong. Someone can correct me, but from what I understand, you previously in Texas could vote countywide, right? So if you lived in the county, you voted countywide. This election, though, they made it precinct specific. I feel like I live in New York. We've always been precinct specific. We have voting locations. You have to go to that location.
Okay.
But in Texas, it seems like that was different this year. So people who were going to their primaries, they were going to polling sites, they were being turned away, and they weren't really directly told where their polling site was. So voters were like on a scavenger hunt the day of the primary, and then when time was up. They weren't letting them vote. And this happened in Dallas and Williamson counties, Oh yeah. So I'm looking at some notes here. It says voters were used to county-wide vote centers, and then um, a judge extended polling hours because of the chaos. But then the Texas Attorney General stepped in, and the Texas Supreme Court blocked the extension and ordered ballots to be separated. This is it kind of feels like it's not, you can't vote. You can vote, but we're gonna make it really hard for you to vote. We're gonna make you look it's a maze. You gotta vote like Pac-Man.
Wow.
And it's a way to control this, the voting.
But why? Like why voter suppression in this situation? Like what does the other side have to gain? Because this has to deal with Jasmine Crockett and Tellerico. Is his name Tellerico? Situation, right?
Yeah. I think for the voter suppression, I think it was just like a test run to see what they're going to do for the real election. Because best believe they're only going to employ this in places where they think Democrats are going to win. I found this dude's video. I think it was a little informative. So let's. Okay.
Talk about the outcome of the Senate campaign between Jasmine Crockett and James Tallarico from Texas's primary yesterday.
Can you hear it?
I can, but it is pretty low. You probably want to see if you could raise it up.
I'll raise it in the editing.
Okay.
And I will make a video about that at some point in the very near future, but I want to focus today on the voter suppression tactics that we saw unfold yesterday, because I think a lot of us in the lead up to midterms have presumed that the way Republicans are going to try to steal or influence an election looks like ICE showing up at polling places with guns drawn, intimidating Democratic voters out of lines. But it's not what it's going to look like. What it's going to look like is what we saw in Texas yesterday: mass confusion, chaos, misinformation, or incorrect information being published even on state and county websites will lead people to show up at the wrong place.
Incorrect information on the official website. That's voter suppression
101.
At the wrong time.
Yes.
And suddenly they have to drive all around town before throwing up their hands and saying, I just can't vote. What's the point? It's not even worth it. That's what they want. So I would just encourage you to consider that voter suppression is going to look a whole lot like making it really hard for you to show up at the right place at the right time. Make yourself a plan. Check your voting status every week from here on out. Make sure that you're still registered. Even if you know you are registered, check it again and check it again. Make sure you know well in advance where you're supposed to go. And if you're not sure, find out. And if they try to change it last minute, make sure other people are aware of this too. This is one of those tactics that they're going to employ to ensure that they do everything they can to influence the outcome of the election.
How do you feel about that?
That's very I mean, I'm not a fan, and I'm really against voter suppression, obviously. I think all of us are. But that is a very intelligent way to suppress votes, and I feel like it's very simple. It seems like it's very cost effective, and it's also it's just the little things. It's and this stuff happens. It happens even within like rural, I can never say that word, but in urban communities. Like this happens a lot in a lot of urban communities where, you go to an HRA site, right? It says that you have to do this in order for you to get housing or for you to get your SNAP benefits and different things like that. And you head over there, and what was said to you is not what's happening at the HRA site. And then you have employees that are maybe underpaid and overworked, and then they project that onto you as a customer. So these are little things that really holds down the communities that are suffering and trying to thrive, but can't get a leg up in that race. So I see it, and it's very reminiscent of what they do to keep other people down. It makes sense. It's effective, because at that point it's like, what's the point? I might as well just continue doing. I might as well continue doing what I was doing before. I might as well continue hustling on the streets. Continue to be in continue to be in perpetual substance use, and it's kind of like I'm just gonna do what I got to do because no one is really here to help me, and that's the same thing with this voter suppression situation. Very similar. It works. It stops people from doing what they want to do. I think the gentleman is right. You want to make sure that you are. Um, ready fully ready to vote. Maybe do that every single week. I don't know, maybe that's obsessive, but if you try to do it on a monthly basis to check your stuff, to make sure that whatever county you're supposed to vote at, that's where it's at. If they say, oh, we made a mistake, you were supposed to be in this district and not this district, you want to be able to mitigate that by checking every day where your district is at. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah. The last thing that we'll cover today is this. See, I do it. I'm doing it right now. Why I should just wait till I know what I'm gonna say and just say it instead of like sing it out, you know? All right. So in this primary election, it was Jasmine Crockett, who we know and we've covered a bunch of times on this podcast, and she was going against another Democrat, James Tallarico, I believe.
Yeah.
That's his name, right? James, right?
I don't know if it's James. I'll look it up.
Yeah, it's James Tallarico. Okay, so let's hear what she said. This was from Forbes about 11 hours ago.
Good morning, y'all. I know it's super early.
He's young.
Whoa. Did the sound go out?
Yes, that's what it sounded like.
Good morning, y'all. I'll have a lot of work.
It just goes out in those minutes.
Words can't express how excited you made me as I was out on the trail, working to stretch people's imaginations. It's clear that we still have a lot of work to do, even within our party, about making sure that we invest in kind of just doing the right thing sometimes. It's all good though. No matter what, whether it's Kim Paxton or John Cornyn, anyone would be better. I'm just saying. So again, I just wanted to say thank you specifically to the people of Dallas County. I love you so very much. And I woke up still heartbroken about everything that took place. I've got your emails. We received your phone calls about all of the confusion and the many people that just didn't get to vote. We have to fix this going forward. We should not have people being disenfranchised.
So she's basically talking about what we just spoke about, but I want to talk about her specifically. Like, she lost this election. She's a senator. She's a congresswoman. She lost the senator election, the primary, so she's not going to be senator. What happens to her career now?
I don't know much about these politics stuff, but I think that she still has a great amount of fans, like a lot of fans like me who may not know much about it, but seen her videos where she be laying out flat the other side with cold hard facts, and truth. I think that she still has the base of operations. There's still people that truly believe in her. I think I do not know how often the Senate race happens, but I'm sure that if it comes back around again, she'll have a really great backing. She just needs to continue to be herself and don't let these other people sway her and change her personality or change her into something that she's not. I'm pretty sure she's going against the grain as it already is. Yeah, I'm almost certain that's the case.
I was shocked because I know her and I've known her for years. and I feel like I just heard of James Tallarico. Now, mind you, he is in the Texas House, so he's probably more famous in Texas. But on a national level, I really did feel like Jasmine Crockett. You know, one thing she did really good was she was a national messenger. You know what I mean? Like she could get her message across through all 50 states in the same way that like AOC does. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
100%.
yeah, and she had like a real fight energy in her, kind of like how AOC does. You know what I mean? Kind of like how Gavin Newsom does, where they're like very oppositional to the oppositional party in a way that sometimes Democrats aren't. You know what I mean? You know, like Chuck Schumer today or yesterday, he's like very passive while there's a war going on without any congressional approval, without any Senate approval, and he's just very passive. Whereas like I feel like the messaging and she was directly oppositional to the administration. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what? You know what? Well, once again, I'm not a forecaster of politics, but I'll tell you this. I think what put James in the race in terms of being more of a national thing is that there were clips that were coming about with him defending the Constitution, but actually using the Bible as a source, the way that the Republicans would use the Bible as a source. He used the Bible as a source. He's actually a devout Christian himself and believes that the Democrats, I don't know if he believes Democrats are more aligned with Christian beliefs than Republicans, but he is 110% a devout Christian.
And
The way that he moves.
He did. I looked it up. He did do some stuff like he lowered drug prices in Texas.
He's done a lot of stuff, and I've heard he's done a lot of stuff in Texas. But I feel like, I'm sorry to cut you, but I feel like what was done on the national level. He started doing national things. He was on what's the place called, man? The Jubilee Project or whatever. He did the Surrounded. So he had 20 either 20 undecided voters or 20 Republicans
did that. I didn't
against
see it.
him.
Yeah.
And he kind of wiped the floor with them by being really, really nice. So there's that. And I'm gonna be 1000% honest. This is a black woman against a white man in Texas. I was not expecting as much as I love Jasmine Crockett, as much as but we're not ready to see black women lead in this country. She is a congresswoman, and she's going to get there. I'm not saying that she should stop. I'm just saying that this dude is a Bible believing Christian Democrat that's in Texas, and he's white. Yeah. I feel like that's a big elephant in the room that nobody's really talking about.
Look, but I feel like, so you just told me some stuff about him. I didn't know, but it got to you. It was his messaging. I found some stuff about Jasmine Crockett today that I feel like I should have been known. She secured $10 million in funding for projects in her district. $10 million. But why do I have to go Google that? Why isn't there like a commercial or ad that's just telling me that?
True.
And she's introduced a bunch of bills. You know what I mean? The farm bill with Max Miller, I don't know. She's on oversight committees. You've seen her on C-SPAN where she's challenging people at hearings and they go viral. You know what I mean? Like I feel like she could have did a little bit of a better highlight reel.
I saw this on Papo's stories. He was saying that it has less to do with the voters and more to do with how the two candidates, how they represented themselves in different forms of media. With Jasmine Crockett, like basically they did they did an animation of like basically all this hate that's going on in this world, it needs to be stopped, and Jasmine Crockett is the solution. Whereas with James Tellerico, he literally stated all that he's going to do to stop all of this crap that's happening. He literally said that this is my plan. These are the policies that I'm running my campaign on. And on top of that, I'm a Democrat. And none of Jasmine's ads kind of reflected that. So that could also be another reason why. And you're right. Like, what did you do? What did you do that makes you a shoo-in to be a senator, as opposed to Tellerico? And like I said, the man is he's a Bible believing white man from Texas. No matter if he's a Democrat or Republican, that like Republicans can get behind that. Like Crockett, what you got? Let me know.
I also think that this was. I spoke to our friend as well. I don't know if he wants his name out there. But
Sorry.
I could edit that out. Don't worry about it. I saw Texas Democratic Senate primary donors and money. I made a graphic out of it. So Jasmine Crockett has received money from like super PACs, and sorry, my daughter just came in and distracted me from super
For the
PACs.
people, hold on. For the people in the room that don't know, not saying it's me, it is me. What are super PACs?
Oh, so super PACs, they raise and spend unlimited amounts, but they can't coordinate with the campaign. And typically, I'm gonna Google it just so that I get that right. Yeah, soon, Smile. Super PACs, they're U.S. political committees that can raise and spend sums of money from corporations, unions, associations. So they're often associated with corporate money, right? Okay. She got 8.6 million from donors tied to crypto. I had a list here of stuff.
And I'm guessing it's like people don't like that because these are linked to billionaires.
Yeah, but old boy here got 20 million from Adelson. So Adelson is a billionaire.
I hope you know when you put the mic down, you sound muffled. Okay.
Oh, my bad. Adelson is a billionaire. Miriam Adelson. And there are, people who have criticized Tellerico as well. So I just put this graphic up just so that we understand where the money came from for both of them. Like she might not take.
You sharing the screen right now?
Yeah, you don't see it?
No.
It's not there?
No.
You sure? I'm looking right at it.
Well, I'm not looking right at it.
This is Texas Democrats donors and money. You don't see that image?
I see you and me. That's it.
How about now?
I see a bigger you and a little more me. Now I see me and you in equal fronts, which I respect.
That's great. I wonder if the image isn't sharing. Okay.
It's probably
hopefully it is. I'm gonna remove it now because it doesn't make sense. But yeah, I just wanted to share that they both get money from questionable places, super PACs and billionaires.
Okay. So at the end of the day, they're both getting it. So I mean, this is. I feel like this is a part of my plan. I feel like we need to stop taking money from billionaires. That's just we need to stop. They need to stop having a hand in the movements of our society. Like they gotta stop. They're not the politicians. They're not trained in that. They just have money.
I just bring that up because I was talking to our friend, and he was critical that Crockett took super PAC money. If you looked at the story, he said that.
Yeah.
I went in and I looked at Miriam Adelson, who Tellerico takes bread from, is a billionaire. She has 37 billion estimated net worth, and she is a pro-Israel donor. So
Is she a Christian?
is she a Christian? That's a great question.
Is it that, and now if he gets this money from this woman and she's a Christian, like, is that a super PAC, or is that like, oh, I'm getting money from a religious source?
Well,
And is that a bad thing? Is that a good thing?
I just think it's interesting that people, were saying he doesn't take money from AIPAC, but he does take money from Miriam Adelson, who is also was a Trump donor, and Trump has said that she loves Israel. Actually, can you see this?
No.
Okay, I think it's me.
I have no idea. I'm telling you, but if you're sharing, I saw all these videos. So,
How about now?
This hair, bro. I had no time to fix his hair.
How about now?
I see it now, 100%.
Okay, so who is Miriam Adelson, the pro-Israel donor that Trump
Is she
lauded?
the crazy blonde lady there?
Yeah, that would be her.
I'm
It's the
sorry.
60. And it says here, this is Al Jazeera, by the way.
60
What?
billion. Like, she's not 60 years old.
Oh, I don't know how old she is, but I mean, that's what Trump said, that she has 60 billion in her account, but Google says like 37. And it's like Miriam Adelson, a pro-Israel mega donor. She loves Israel. And I just thought it was interesting that wasn't a thing that people were talking about Adelson and Tellerico.
I think people. I feel like we're gonna dig more into chat.
Look at that. Dem Darling showered with Miriam Adelson linked money. A group funded by Adelson was the biggest donor to James Tellerico's campaign last year. Why am I the only one talking about this?
I feel like you did a great job in bringing this up. He received $59K from a group funded by Miriam Adelson.
It's his biggest donor. That's still significant, right?
It's still significant. I feel like you probably you linked something that most people are not linking together.
Politico said Texas Democrat has built a national profile railing against GOP billionaires in politics, but has quietly accepted funds from a PAC backed by one of the wealthiest donors in the Republican Party, who happens to love Israel.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild. And you're right. Why isn't nobody talking about that? But I feel like, you know what? Call me the resident Hotep or whatever the case may be that's looking at this, but I feel like you're gonna be scrutinized more if you're gonna be scrutinized even more if you was black, and you'd be scrutinized even more if you was a black woman. She's been scrutinized throughout her whole career right now.
That's true. That's true.
Especially about it. So you're ignorantly digging into this while not digging into that guy. And you see how this guy looks, bro. Like, so call it what you want, but I feel like that's been against her since day one. Against.
Do you think we should go?
We should know that.
Nah, well, this is a different topic. Never mind, my fault. Go ahead. You said we should have known this from day one, and what?
We should have been like whoever is Jasmine Crockett's campaign, like who's been taking care of it, the PR or taking care of whatever, should have been the person to really protect her and protect her image in a lot of ways, especially knowing that this is a black woman that's trying to go for Senate in a red, because Texas is a red state. I'm right about that, right? Yeah.
Although in this primary, Democrats turned out more than Republicans, but we don't know if that'll happen in the election. Do you still have time? Because I have one more thing I want to get to.
I'm running on E, so this has got to be the last one. I'm about to fall asleep.
So hang with me real quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw something today, and now I'm wondering and I played a pause game, and I probably always play the pause game. It's a childhood game, whatever. But I'm wondering, is the pause game a government psyop to have young straight men just think about dick all the time.
What? Is
I got,
there?
yeah, there's something.
Is there a method to this right now?
I don't like how you just shut down. That was a great theory, by the way. But one Dame Dash has been a very influential pause game figure, right? And I'm scrolling today. I follow Charlamagne the God. This was 15 hours ago, so it was like in the morning. And I see this. I see this from Dame Dash that Charlamagne shared.
Charlamagne's gay. And he's a gay man pursuing. What?
You're funny. What?
I wouldn't call him gay to his face. He wasn't bothered. And the thing is, I think what they're doing is making people that are gay look heterosexual. So another heterosexual person might think that that's a heterosexual point of view and do what he's doing. So my problem is if he's pretending he's something he's not, and he has other people influenced by what he's doing, it's not fair. You should be honest. You know, it's like a trick. So, like, for example, and again, it's hard to talk about people that I know.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, pause.
It's so good.
Puff rubbing niggas nut on his chest, that's gay to me. You know what I'm saying?
And I say,
I'm sorry.
I say all I said because, bro, how obsessed has this man been with homosexuality? I watched this today and I was like, it finally clicked to me. I was like, yo, why? I see Dame Dash like 3 or 4 times a year on my feed. And about 50% of that is about gay people. Like, why are you so? And I was like, the pause game. The pause games make you think about gay stuff too much. You think about the gay stuff too much. Because he an over pauser.
I mean, I'll play the pause game, and I don't really.
Yeah, but you're not an over pauser though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you ever been with somebody? Be like, I'm gonna sit up real quick, and they be like, hey, yo, when you be like, that's not. Joyner Lucas, like Joyner Lucas is an over pauser. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay, I see where you're getting at now.
And I think it's a government psyop, bro, to make you obsessed with homosexuality. Because look at this man. Because why does it matter? What if Charlamagne was gay? Somebody sent me a DM. They responded to the story because I reposted it on my story, and they're like, "Yo, why does he sound like if he was gay, like he can't be influential? Like, why do you have to disclose you're gay to be influential, bro? Like, what?"
Just as a side comment, not because of the gay situation. I didn't know Dame Dash had a lisp.
Nah, because he gay. That's the legend.
See, you're the one that brought that together. Just because you have a lisp don't mean you gay, bro.
Okay, but there's a long list of stuff, bro. It's the lisp, it's the homosexuality obsession, it's the hate. Because he like, oh, Charlamagne openly gay. Like, so what, are you secretly gay and upset about it? Like, what? Why does it matter, bro? What is we talking about?
Yeah, it really don't matter. And that's wild, yo. Dame Dash could be like, I call out gay. I call out a gay man when I see a gay man. It's kind of like,
why?
And like, does that make you gay though? Like that, that, like, oh, I know he gay because I kind of got the mannerisms. Like I got the mannerisms.
15. I mean, when we were 15, I think the 15-year-olds now are more open to gay. But at 15, I understood. If people was clowning gay people at 15, that was the culture. We was immature. I get it. At like 25, if somebody was clowning somebody who was gay, I'd be like, oh, okay, maybe they immature. You know what I mean? Like whatever. I did understand people who like weren't like big fans of being around gay people, whatever, because we didn't grow up like that. But like not the ostracize and make fun of, because that's immature. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At 35, I actually feel bad about some of the jokes and stuff that we used to do as kids. And if I could go back, I wish I'd be more accepting of human beings. You know what I mean? Do you know how old Dame Dash is?
That's a whole lot deeper than
Dame Dash is 54 years old. When do you grow out of this? Like at 54 is crazy.
That's wild. You're right about that.
But you know what?
Wild, crazy situation.
Charlemagne did say he had dirty sneakers on, so you know how them Harlem dudes do. They never relent after that.
Yo, yo, if you got dirty sneakers in Harlem, it's clip for you, bro. Harlem is
Yeah.
fashion world.
Yeah, you on your last straw if you got dirty sneakers in Harlem.
Yeah, that's kind of wild. Like you can't be. Even if you are unhoused, if you're unhoused and you got no money, you getting money from HRA, you better have some fly sneakers on if you walking into Harlem, because it's clip
But
for you if you don't.
that's all I got today. If you got anything to add to the Charlemagne Dane Dash gay thing,
It just goes to show, like, you know, even though you're older, doesn't mean that your age matches like your mindset or your mind frame.
Also, bro, if you like
it's
anti-gay,
different.
if you as anti-gay as you coming off on this video, why would you go and make all of us relive the moment where Puff rubs nut on his chest? Like, you don't like gay stuff. Why are you bringing this back up for us? That memory was gone. I didn't think about that for the last few months. Like, why would you put that back on us, bro? Like, we didn't like it when we heard it. We don't like it now. Like, what is you doing?
Yeah, I feel like he's always doing the most, but sometimes I feel like he does these things to stay relevant.
God, I hope so.
I don't know. I think it's less about him being obsessed with being gay, but I think, like, what is the most polarizing thing you can say nowadays? Let Dame Dash say it, and he'll say it all day, so that way he can stay relevant and in the press. But nobody really talking about him no more. You know what I mean? So
we're good though, right? That's it.
Yeah.
This is great. I love it when there's no people. we got like bad topics done in 40 minutes. I'm gonna end the stream now. You go sleep or eat. I appreciate you. I don't know where Joe's been. Joe didn't even answer. He didn't even attempt to do this. And there's no more ice outside. So
yeah, he's definitely dead asleep. I just want to let you know I'm a snitch on him. I'm a snitch on him. John, I was talking to John after the pod on Sunday, and I was like, he was like, "Yeah, man, I was playing Arc Raiders with Joe." I said, "Joe's playing." I said, wait, Joe's playing Arc Raiders while he was on the pod. He was like, "Yeah, don't tell him I said it though."
Nah, I'm gonna leave stream now. I'm not gonna answer any Can't Focus things for the next 2 days. I'm gonna holler at you, yo.
Don't do that to him. Don't do that to him. He probably just needed that. He probably needed that. That man's been working like a slave for the China white.
All right, bro. Goodbye.
We're still alive?
Oh yeah, yeah.